Welcome. We just finished streaming and I just beat a game that we would like to review, or we, like me, I'm multiple people, I would like to review. It's called 1059. All right, it's a horror game and it came out July, May, June, July, yeah, July 15th. I got confused there. It said JUL and I'm like, that's July, right? But July 15th, 2024. It is relatively short. 30 to 60 minutes is what they say it takes to beat. I think we did it in like maybe 40 because I take a little bit longer. I did have to Google a guide or try to find a little video to watch and to figure out what I needed to do. Seems to be reoccurring thing that happens with me in all of my horror games. I don't know why. It is what it is. But basically, I'll say this to anyone who gets stuck, just zoom in on the number and then the number will flash and you're good to go. That's where I struggled. I didn't know what it meant by that, so I started trying to grab the fucking numbers off the clock. That's not it. The description of this game goes as follows. You wake up with a bad hangover and don't recognize your home. You see a boy and you understand that something is wrong with him. Someone's presence causes anxiety, fear, and is about to plunge you into the realm of horror. But you don't lose hope and try to get out of this nightmare. That description is as vague as them not telling you who the fuck this child is. Hold on. My assumption and my viewer's assumption when it came to this was the fact that we think that it was probably his child. Right? Because at the end of the game, and I'm going to ruin it, so spoilers ahead. I don't know if I'll remember to put right here. Go black. Boom. Spoilers. There you go. At the end of the game, you find a hatchet covered in blood and a letter. It says, "I still love you, Daddy." So I'm assuming you killed your kid and that caused your alcoholism. I'm not 100% positive on that. Could be a dumb assumption, but I think we were the murderer. That's how all horror games typically go. So I'm assuming maybe the kid started tweaking and it was a demon and we killed it. I don't want to think we killed our own child in cold blood, but like, hey, maybe we did. There's only 127 positive reviews about this game, but all of the reviews are overly or mostly positive. So can't say anything negative about that. The creature that they did, the child that's in here that you're like running from or running to, give or take how you view it, kind of creepy looking. So I'll give them that. Like, you made a very creepy entity, we'll say. Very creepy entity. There were some long ass hallways. There's a really trippy part when you start seeing like things distorted and it looks like someone threw a rock in water and it's just all through this little hallway. I didn't enjoy that. The end of the game, I mean, it was fine. It just was weird. And all you got to do is walk through it, so it's not like it causes you too much problems. At the end of the game, the lights in the house did start flickering, and I feel like they just flickered for an overtly long amount of time. I typically don't have like epileptic moments. I don't have epilepsy, but it definitely was fucking with my eyes and kind of hurting my brain a little bit, if that makes sense. Just, I was like, enough. Like, I get it. You could have just stopped those sooner. Outside of that, the game itself was good. The jump scares were good. I was scared a fucking decent amount of times for the amount of time the game takes to beat. I don't like how vague the story is, but it is also a horror game, so you can't expect like deep lore or rich story to most of these games. Sometimes it just feels like developers are just puking things out, and I'm not saying that's how this felt. I had a good time with it. We'll go through the tags real quick like we typically do, and then I'll give you a rate because there's not much to discuss about this game because of how short it is, but at the same time, it wasn't a bad game. It is not a free game. I will start with that. This game is $5.99. Do I agree with the price? You probably could have done $3.99 with it being about 30 minutes, but since it could be up to an hour, I guess we could argue the $5.99 price. I personally feel like it could be lower, but that's just my opinion. I'm just a guy, so what do I know? The tags are horror. Yes, you will be scared. I was scared. Maybe you won't. I don't know. I know people who can handle horror movies, and then there's people like myself who easily get scared from them. Jump scares are not my favorite thing, but I continuously find myself playing horror games. So it is what it is. What do I know? Maybe I'm a little masochistic there. Walking simulator 100%. You can't even fucking sprint this game, can't crouch, can't do none of that. Psychological horror. The set and setting is good. So yes, it is, I would say, alone even without the jump scares. The room or the home that you're in and the way that it's set up does portray a kind of scary vibe. Psychological, a little bit, maybe. Atmospheric, sure, I'll say that because it does give a good atmosphere that makes it feel kind of scary. Dark, yes. Supernatural, 100%. Puzzle, to an extent, in the sense of, like, for me, anything that says puzzle, I typically have to get a guide for, and that fucking had to at least watch the first 5 minutes of someone else's video to understand that I had to zoom in on the numbers. So puzzle, yeah. Exploration, you'll wander around the house. It kind of just nudges you along. You'll hear a door open, or you realize, okay, I go back to this room. So it's not too, like, in depth on the exploration, but it's there. Colorful, sure, there's some colors in it. Single player, yes. First person, yes. Controller, I didn't play on a controller. I played on the keyboard, but we'll assume that you can. I don't know how good the configurations are, but they could be decent. Simulation, yes. Linear, yes. Realistic, graphics were great. Probably could have started with that. So yeah, the graphics are very good. Demons, I knew it. I knew my son wasn't a bad person, and we killed him because he was, possessed, and we couldn't find the fucking priest to get the holy water. Adventure, I'd argue that. Psychedelic, yeah, there's a couple psychedelic moments. Thriller, sure. For what it was, the 30 minutes that I was in there, I genuinely enjoyed this. Do I recommend it? Yeah. If you like the horror games, like I'm starting to grow to like, then yeah, I would play this game if I were you. I will rate this one due to the scares, due to the graphics, due to the atmosphere. I'll give it a 6.8 out of 10. It's not amazing. It is shorter, and it is very vague on his explanation of what everything happens. And the one thing that I've come to the conclusion of is we probably killed our child for whatever reason. It doesn't really say why. It'd be nice to know why. A lot of questions after the game, but I will probably never get those questions answered. So that's my review. Recommend it. Go play it. It's cheap. I'd wait for a sale maybe, or just wait for a sale on the whole bundle, because I can't even read it. Beshbarmark or MAK Bushbarmark. I don't even fucking know. We'll just put their name. Oh, I did the right hand right here. Put their name right there. That company has a lot of horror games. This one was good. I can imagine the rest of them they have are good. We will probably go through and play them. I don't know if I'll like shout out like, "Hey, we played," because I don't know when I'm going to play them. I have a lot of games on my list of stuff that I would like to go through and make content for, but they will definitely get covered because, horror games, for whatever reason, lately are fun to me. So I hope if you enjoyed this review, leave me a like, comment, or subscribe. Say something nice or say something mean. And yeah, until the next game.